Mathematician?
That's me.
That is you. Guys, how are you doing? We're still in lesson 14. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge for some of us, or maybe comfortable for others. We're in story problems. So I'm going to be doing, again, 2 story problems right now. They might help you with some that you're asked to do in lesson 14. You're going to want to get out your whiteboard. And again, we are revisiting problems we've done before, but now we're working with 3-digit numbers. So it's the same type of problem, just the number is greater. So friends, here we go. Let's look at this story problem. In April, Chloe plants some flowers. In June, she plants 280 more flowers. In the 2 months, she planted a total of 678 flowers. How many flowers did she plant in April? So this is kind of that problem, friends, where we have a start unknown. Yeah, we got this beginning where, like, in April, Chloe plants some flowers. So friends, here we go. Let's do that start unknown. She is right now in April, and I'm just going to put an unknown. I'm even going to write the word April right by it. So in April, she planted some flowers. And this is my situation equation. Friends, I do this so that I can understand how to solve. Okay? All right. And then in June, she plants 280 more flowers. So that's definitely an adding. So 280 is what she planted in June. I'm going to put June right underneath there so I don't forget. Those are my June flowers. When she's all done in the 2 months, she's planted 678 flowers. So her total was 678. So we know the total. It says she planted that many. You are right. If you're saying we're looking for an add-in, we are. This is the situation equation. She planted some in April, then 280 in June, and when she looks at her total is 678. Friends, if I would put it on a math mountain, because sometimes that helps me with my solution. Some boys and girls would right away go 678 is the mountaintop. I know that there is an unknown add-in that she started with, and now she's got 280. I can solve this in different ways. I can get this answer. If you're saying that you might subtract 678 and you might subtract that 280 from it, that's great. That is one way to solve this. If you're saying, oh, no, I'm going to do the add up method. I'm going to take 280 and I'm going to keep adding on to it till I get to 678. That's fine too. Your solution equation is what makes sense to you. But the answer regardless will be the same, whether I subtract or I do the add up method. I'm going to subtract. 8 take away 0, pretty careful, there's enough, it's just going to be 8. 7 tens take away 8 tens, can't do it, very good. Ungroup a 100, bring that 100 over. 17 tens take away 8 tens, 9 tens, 500 take away 200, 300. This is one way to solve it. If you're like Mrs. Seitz, I'd rather do the add up. Fine, do the add up. Maybe you're going to go to the first 100 and you're going to say 280 plus 20, because we know 80 and 20 makes 100. Now I'm at 300. Now I'm going to go 300 and I'm going to add, I'm just going to throw another 300 on because that's going to get me to 600. Because that's what I want, right? And then, I better add a 78 because I need to get to 678. And now I can look at what I did. What did I add up? I added up 300 plus a 20 plus a 78. That's correct. I added up 398. It's my answer regardless of how I did my solution. Okay, friends? Again, these story problems, you decide the situation, then move to the solution. Friends, I'm going to ask you to look at one more story problem. I'm really glad that you're staying with me on this. Again, you can stop this video anytime you want and revisit. Let's look at this story problem. So, friends, we're looking at Preston. And this is our story problem for this. Here we go. Preston gives out stickers for his school. He gives out 162 stickers at the library. He gives out 279 stickers at Piggly Wiggly. How many fewer stickers does he give out at the library than at Piggly Wiggly? Yeah. Did you see that? How many fewer? When you hear that fewer, when you read that fewer, it just gives you a little bit like, oh, comparison bar. That's right. We're not asking for how many stickers did he pass out altogether. The situation equation is not saying how many altogether. It's asking you how many fewer did he pass out at the library than he did at Piggly Wiggly. So at the library, we know it was 162, right? And then at Piggly Wiggly, he did 279 at Piggly Wiggly. So we know that those are being compared because we're wondering how many fewer are here. So these are problems we're like, no, we're not saying how many are together. We're looking at fewer. So let's get that comparison bar. You bet. I hope you're remembering this, friends. This is the power. Remember that circle. When we do a comparison bar, we're looking at the greater amount, the fewer amount, that circle. Every time. I'm hearing you. That circle is where I put the more and where I put the fewer. So friends, right now we're looking for the fewer. We don't know the fewer. So that's the question. What is the fewer? Let's now compare. Which one is greater, the Piggly Wiggly or the library? I know you guys are going Piggly Wiggly, so I'm going to put a P right here for Piggly Wiggly. Yep, that's 279. I'm comparing this amount to exactly, yep, I'm comparing it to the library. The library is 162. Now I'm looking at those two. We know that this is greater. That's why I put it in the larger bar. We know this is fewer. I am comparing those two numbers. I'm trying to figure out how many more and how many fewer. Piggly Wiggly has more. Library has fewer. It wants to know how many stickers does a library have fewer. Again, I can do lots of things, friends. I'm going to do my math mountain inside my comparison bar. We've seen this in the classroom before. Yep, it tells me. I could add on to this number to get to that and find the fewer. I could also use this number and do a subtraction to find the fewer because this number is greater. This number has 162 in it. We're just trying to figure out how many more it goes. And this number, how many fewer. I'm going to take 200 and I'm going to use that 279. And I'm going to look for the difference. We've talked about subtraction. That's when we're looking for what makes things different. What makes it more, what makes it fewer. So 279, I'm taking away that 162 because that's going to tell me what is fewer. So here we go. 9 take away 2, right, is a 7. 7 tens take away 6 tens. 110. 200 take away 100. 100. It is 117 fewer. The library is fewer. Piggly Wiggly, though, has 117 more. that comparison bar is very helpful when we're looking at story problems like this. You guys, stay with it. Lesson 14 is lots of story problems. So please understand, take your time, look at the situation equation, and then decide, how am I going to solve it? Have a great day, mathematicians. That is you. See you later.